Hi poets! Hope you are having an amazing day. Today I want to teach you a little bit more about writing poems. Last time we learned about acrostic poems, which are poems in which you write a word down the side and then you use the letters in that word to write lines in your poem. So today I want to teach you another strategy that poets use. Like I said, poets don't have to write sentences like a story, but poets will just write words on lines to get their ideas out. And the ideas don't always have to make complete sense, because poets like to use their imaginations, and they like to use their senses, their sight and their sound and their smell and their touch and their taste. And they like to describe things in a fresh new way. So today I want you to think about finding some plain, ordinary, everyday objects around your house and try looking at them through poet's eyes. That means try using your imagination to describe it in a new way. So I just went on a little hunt around my house and I found a little toy baseball. I found some scissors. I found a pen. And then I went outside and I picked this purple flower. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I try to look with poet's eyes at each object and I try to describe it in a whole new way. So let's start with the baseball. See, now we know what a baseball is used for in real life, right? You can throw it, you can catch it, you can hit it with a bat. But today I'm going to take a look at this baseball in a whole new way. So I'm first going to just take a look at how this red zigzaggy line twists and turns all around the baseball. And that reminds me of a snake. So I can imagine a red, slithery snake winding around the ball. That's how I would use my imagination to describe a baseball. Next, I have some scissors. Now we know what scissors are used for. They're used for cutting paper. But if I want to look with poet's eyes, I might look at these scissors in a whole new way, right? Maybe I'm going to take a look at these scissors and I'm going to see a shark getting ready to chomp on a fish. Or maybe I'm going to see a person walking down the street. So I try to look at it and think about it in a whole new way. Next, I have a pen. Okay, and it's an orange pen. We use it to write with. But the neat thing about this pen, I think you all have one of these, is that it clicks. Listening to that clicky sound, I think clickety-clack, 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 like a train going down the track. So I might want to write a poem like that. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack, the train goes down the track. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack, my pen writes my ideas like that. Okay, so you can think about a pen in a whole new way. Lastly, I found this a beautiful, beautiful flower out in my front yard, and I decided to take a closer look at it. Now I'm using all my senses here. I can feel there are very soft petals, but they're also wet from the raindrops that fell recently. I'm also taking a look at how each flower is a star shape. So I can imagine some stars shooting or bursting off the stem, like shooting stars in the sky. I'm also imagining how they're kind of shaped like an umbrella. You see that umbrella shape? And how they must catch the raindrops like an umbrella will catch the raindrops over your head. Can you imagine these little umbrellas over me? So using those ideas about this flower, I decided to write a poem called Flower. Okay, and this is what I came up with. So first of all, I just decided to throw some words on the lines. They're not sentences, there's 2 words, there's 3 words. And I decided to use some of the ideas that I came up with. So this is what I wrote. It's titled Flower. Little stars bursting out from the stem, purple umbrellas collecting drops of rain. Soft, beautiful petals are so beautiful. Now, did I sit there and say this is a purple flower and it is pretty? No, I try to look at it in a whole new way and describe it as stars bursting and umbrellas collecting rain. And I try to use my senses to describe what it feels like and looks like. So, I'm going to challenge you to go on a little poetry hunt around your house. You can go inside or outside. Just make sure you get permission from your parents first to choose an object or two. And I want you to try to look at that object through poet's eyes. So try to use your imagination and describe it in a whole new way. And see if you can come up with a poem about it. Remember, your poem doesn't have to rhyme. It's just a bunch of words to express your feelings or ideas. I would love to see what you come up with today, poets. So have fun. Go find an object and write a poem about it, looking through poet's eyes. Bye-bye.